Welcome to this space, to this sacred moment we grant ourselves to breathe, to let go, to simply be. If you're here, listening to these words, it's because a deep part of you yearns for a pause, a break from life's whirlwind. I invite you to gently close your eyes if you feel comfortable, or to fix your gaze on a calm spot in front of you. Allow the air to enter your lungs deeply, filling you with life, and then release it, slowly, letting go of any tension you might be carrying. Imagine that with each exhale, you release a layer of worry, an expectation, an unnecessary burden. You are safe here, you are secure, and you are about to embark on a transformative journey, a path toward inner calm and conscious manifestation, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Today, we will unravel 7 profound lessons, not as a dry manual, but as a whisper in your ear, a guide for the soul seeking peace and the power to create its own reality. We won't delve into complex theories, but rather into truths that resonate deep within our being, truths that will help you remember that power is not outside, but always, always within you. Allow yourself to release the reins for a moment. Let your mind settle like dust in the air after a storm. You are here to remind yourself that tranquility is your natural state, and that from that stillness, manifestation is not an effort, but a natural consequence of your alignment. We've been conditioned to believe that happiness and success depend on what happens outside of us. Circumstances, people, material achievements. But what if I told you that's just an illusion? What if we discovered together that the true source of your power lies in how you respond to what life presents you, in how you cultivate your inner world? Stoicism, that ancient philosophy often misunderstood as rigidity or lack of emotion, is in reality a beacon of light for emotional liberation and mental clarity. It's a path to unshakable serenity, which is, in turn, the most fertile ground for your deepest desires to blossom. Think of your mind as a garden. If it's filled with weeds of anxiety, fear, and resentment, how do you expect the flowers of abundance, love, and peace to bloom? The lessons we'll share today are like precious seeds we'll plant in that garden. They'll help you weed, nourish the soil, and allow the sunlight of your own consciousness to illuminate every corner. It's not about controlling the world, but about controlling your reaction to the world. And in that control, in that inner mastery, lies the key to everything you long to manifest. Breathe again, deeply. Feel your body relax a little more with each word. We are about to unveil the first lesson, the foundation upon which we will build our inner fortress. Lesson 1. Discern what you can and cannot control. This is, perhaps, the cornerstone of Stoic thought, and a truth so simple that we often overlook it in our eagerness to control every aspect of our existence. Think about how much mental and emotional energy you spend each day worrying about things that are completely outside your sphere of influence. Traffic, other people's opinions, the weather, your boss's decisions, the global economy, and even the actions of your loved ones. Trying to control these things is like trying to stop the wind with your bare hands, an exhausting and futile task that only leaves you frustrated and breathless. Stoicism invites us to a deep introspection. What do I have real control over? And the answer is always the same: your thoughts, your judgments, your emotions, and your actions. Nothing else. It's a liberating concept if you allow it. Imagine releasing the weight of all those burdens that don't belong to you. It's like carrying a backpack full of useless rocks. The burdens weigh you down, exhaust you, and prevent you from moving with agility and freedom. When you release those rocks, you feel an immediate lightness, a renewed power. Think of it this way: if it rains and you had plans for a sunny day, can you stop the rain? No. But you can choose how you react to it. You can get angry, lament, and let it ruin your day. Or you can accept it, find an indoor activity, or even enjoy the quiet that the rain brings. The choice is always yours. Peace of mind does not depend on the world conforming to your desires, but on your desires conforming to the reality of the world. When you grasp this fundamental distinction, you begin to direct your energy where it can truly affect change. Instead of worrying about what others think of you, focus on living in accordance with your own values. Instead of regretting a missed opportunity, focus your energy on creating new ones. This is the essence of Stoic freedom, recognizing that you are the sole sovereign of your inner landscape. By ceasing to fight against the uncontrollable, you open up a vast space for creativity, resilience, and intentional manifestation. Imagine for a moment the feeling of liberation that arises when you stop trying to mold the universe to your will and, instead, focus on molding yourself. It's like letting go of the reins of a wild horse, only to realize that your true power resides in the mastery of your own inner rider. That mastery doesn't seek to dominate the external, but to self-govern with wisdom and calm. This discernment is not an act of fatalism, but of radical empowerment. It's not about shrinking your dreams or resigning yourself to mediocrity. On the contrary, it's about recognizing that the seed of your power lies in your response, not in the situation itself. If you cannot change the wind, adjust your sails. In that adjustment lies the true magic, because it allows you to navigate any storm with unshakable serenity. Allow this truth to settle within you. Is there anything in your life right now that is draining your energy because you're trying to control it, when in reality you cannot? Identify it, name it, and then, with a deep sigh, release it. Allow it to go. Recognize that your power does not reside in forcing circumstances, but in mastering your response to them. Here lies the first seed of your inner transformation. Lesson 2. Perception is reality. Our mind is not a mirror that simply reflects reality. It is more like an artist that interprets, paints, and shapes what it perceives. The second great Stoic lesson reveals that it is not events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of those events. Epictetus put it masterfully. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Imagine two people in the same situation. Both unexpectedly lose their job. One falls into despair, feels like a victim, and sees a bleak future. The other, while feeling the initial pang of fear, sees it as an opportunity to reevaluate their path, learn new skills, or pursue that project they always dreamed of. The situation is identical, but the inner experience is radically different due to their perception. Our judgments and beliefs act as filters through which we experience the world. If your filters are tinged with negativity, fear, or scarcity, that is what you will see and what you will attract. If, on the contrary, you cultivate filters of gratitude, opportunity, and abundance, the world will begin to reflect that back to you. This is not magical thinking. It is deep psychology and the law of attraction in its purest form. Your mind is a powerful magnet. What you keep in your focus, what you believe most strongly, is what you expand into your reality. This lesson empowers us immensely because it gives us back control over our experience. We cannot control what happens to us, but we can, with practice and awareness, control how we interpret what happens to us. Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel like you don't have enough? Ask yourself, what judgment am I applying to this situation? Is there another way to see this? Could this difficulty be a blessing in disguise? Think of it as if your mind were a camera with different lenses. With a lens of pessimism, everything looks dark and distorted. With a lens of hope, the same scene reveals nuances and possibilities that were previously invisible. The choice of lens doesn't change the scene, but it radically transforms what you capture and how you feel about it. This is the essence of emotional resilience, not the absence of challenges, but the ability to reframe those challenges in a way that strengthens you. It's not about deceiving yourself, but about actively seeking the most useful and empowering perspective, even in the midst of adversity. When you change the story you tell yourself about your life, you change your life itself. Today, I invite you to be a conscious observer of your own thoughts. Whenever you find yourself caught in a negative judgment, pause for a moment, breathe, and ask yourself, what other perspective could I adopt? How could I see this in a way that empowers me, rather than weakens me? Conscious manifestation begins with the revision of your perception. Clear those filters, and clarity and opportunity will begin to manifest around every corner of your life. Lesson 3. Practice virtue as your only wealth. In a world obsessed with material accumulation and external recognition, this Stoic lesson is an anchor to what is truly essential. Virtue, for the Stoics, was not a list of boring moral rules, but the excellence of character, the coherence between your deepest values and your daily actions. It is your inner compass that guides you toward a life of integrity, wisdom, justice, and self-control. Think of virtue as your true wealth, your inalienable treasure. Unlike money, fame, or possessions, virtue cannot be stolen, lost, or devalued. It remains with you, immutable, regardless of external circumstances. It is your unshakable foundation. When you live in alignment with virtue, you become a centered, confident, and resilient person. Why is this crucial for manifestation? Because authenticity and integrity are powerful magnets. When you know who you are and live accordingly, without masks or pretenses, you emit a frequency of clarity that the universe recognizes and responds to. The right people, the right opportunities, the miraculous synchronicities begin to appear on your path, not by luck, but by resonance. Virtue manifests in small daily actions. It is patience when you feel frustrated, honesty even when it's uncomfortable, kindness toward a stranger, discipline to pursue your dreams, acceptance of what you cannot change. It's not about being perfect, but about continuously striving to be better, to align your thoughts, words, and actions with your highest values. Imagine your life is a garden and your virtues are the water that nourishes the soil. If your honesty is like a constant stream, you'll attract trustworthy relationships and transparent situations. If your perseverance is like persistent rain, your projects, no matter how difficult, will find a way to flourish. Manifestation isn't just about asking. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts what they desire. By focusing on virtue, you shift your attention from what you lack to who you are and who you are becoming. It's a profound paradigm shift from a having mindset to a being mindset, and it is being that inevitably leads to having in an authentic and sustainable way. The peace that comes from a clear conscience and a purposeful life is, in itself, a supreme form of abundance. This lesson invites us to deep reflection. What virtues do you value most? How can you embody them more fully in your daily life? Don't seek external approval. Seek the inner approval of your own conscience. When you live with integrity, your mind is at peace, your heart is open, and your energy is clear and powerful. And it is from that clarity and power that manifestation becomes inevitable. Let your character be your wealth, and you will see how everything else, what truly matters, begins to flow to you. Lesson 4. Embrace impermanence and the flow of life. Everything in the universe is in constant motion, in an eternal cycle of creation, dissolution, and renewal. Seasons change, clouds form and dissipate, waves crash on the shore and recede. Yet, as human beings, we often struggle against this fundamental truth. We cling to what is familiar, to what gives us security, and we resist with all our might the inevitable change. And in that resistance, we suffer. This Stoic lesson invites us to a profound acceptance of impermanence, recognizing that everything is transient. Our possessions, our relationships, our health, even our own lives, is not an invitation to passive resignation, but to radical liberation. When you stop fighting the flow of life, when you stop clinging to what is leaving, you open your hands to receive the new. Think of a river. If you try to stop its flow, you will create a dam that will eventually overflow, causing destruction. But if you allow yourself to flow with it, you will find your way, your meanders, your waterfalls, and your quiet pools. Life is the same. Moments of joy are fleeting, and moments of difficulty are too. Clinging to joy causes us pain when it fades. Resisting pain prolongs its stay. The acceptance of impermanence allows you to live with a renewed lightness and gratitude. Every moment of happiness becomes more precious because you know it won't last forever. Every challenge becomes an opportunity for learning because you know it too will pass. It allows you to release the fear of loss, which is one of the biggest barriers to manifestation. How can you attract something new if your energy is trapped in the fear of losing what you already have or what you might have? When you resist change, it's as if you're rowing against a powerful river current. You get exhausted, frustrated, and stuck. But when you surrender to its flow, you discover that the current gently carries you to new shores, new experiences, and new opportunities. This adaptability is not weakness, but a supreme form of vital intelligence. This lesson invites you to practice healthy detachment. Detachment doesn't mean not caring, but not clinging. It means enjoying things while they are with you, learning from experiences as they happen, and gracefully letting go when their time is over. By doing so, you create a vibrant space in your life for new blessings, aligned with your current growth, to enter. So, breathe. Observe what is moving in your life, what is leaving, what is arriving. Are you resisting any change right now? Are you clinging to something that no longer serves you? Allow it to go. Trust the process. Allow life to mold you, adapt you, move you. By embracing the changing nature of existence, you align with the universal current of abundance, which is always in motion, always bringing the new, always evolving. Let go of control and allow the magic of life to surprise you. Lesson 5. Embrace amor fati. Love your fate. This is one of the most radically transformative Stoic teachings, and often the most challenging. Amor fati, meaning love of fate, is much more than resignation. It is an active and joyful acceptance of everything life presents you, not just the good, but also the difficult, the unexpected, the painful. It is seeing every event, every person, every circumstance as an essential piece of the tapestry of your life, a necessary element for your growth and evolution. Think of the great heroes of history, or even the resilient people you know. They didn't become strong by avoiding difficulties, but by going through them and learning from them. Suffering, when approached with an amor fati mindset, becomes a source of wisdom, strength, and compassion. It's not about enjoying the pain itself, but about embracing the process of growth that pain inevitably brings. When you practice amor fati, You stop being a victim of circumstances and become an artist of your own life. Every brush stroke, even those that seem like smudges or errors, contributes to the final masterpiece. Did you lose a job? Amor fati. Perhaps it was necessary to open the door to something more aligned with your purpose. Did you experience a painful breakup? Amor fati. Perhaps that experience is preparing you for a deeper, more authentic love. This profound acceptance releases an immense amount of vital energy that was previously spent on lamentations, complaints, or resistance. Instead of spending your energy wishing things were different, you channel it toward constructive action and creation. You ask yourself, given that this is what it is, how can I use it? What lesson is here for me? How can I turn this into an advantage? Imagine life is a play and you are the lead actor. Amor fati doesn't ask you to ignore the difficult scenes, but to perform them with the same commitment and conviction as the glorious ones. Every line, every plot twist, every unexpected character contributes to the richness of your story. By accepting and loving your role, you not only perform it better, but you transform it into something meaningful and powerful. This love for your fate frees you from the constant need for things to be different or better. To be happy, it allows you to find fullness in the now, in circumstances as they are, even while actively working to create a different future. It is a paradoxical source of power. By releasing resistance to what is, you become immensely more capable of influencing what will be. It's not an exercise in self-deception. It's an act of profound wisdom and courage. It allows you to stop fighting the ghosts of the past or the anxieties of the future, and anchors you firmly in the present, where all your creative power resides. So, today, look at the imperfections in your life, the moments that caused you pain, the obstacles that held you back, and with an open heart, whisper, I embrace it. I love it. It is part of me, and it has made me who I am. In that unconditional love for your own story, you find the freedom and the power to co-create your future with a strength and clarity never before experienced. Lesson 6. The power of the present. Focus on the now. We live in a world that constantly pulls us toward the future with anxieties and plans, or pushes us toward the past with regrets and memories. Rarely do we allow ourselves to fully inhabit the only moment that truly exists, the present. The Stoics, masters of mindfulness long before the term became popular, understood that the past is gone and the future has not yet arrived. Your power, your life, your ability to manifest, resides exclusively in this instant. Think of the metaphor of a river. If your mind is constantly on the bank of yesterday or on the bank of tomorrow, you will never experience the current flowing right beneath you. You will miss the freshness of the water, the sunlight on the surface, the life teeming in its depths. And so it is with your life. When you are not present, you miss the beauty, the opportunity, and the magic that each moment has to offer you. The yearning for the future, while sometimes motivating us, often robs us of the joy of the journey. We are so focused on the destination that we forget the journey itself. And manifestation, dear soul, is not a future event, but a continuous process that unfolds in the now. What you think, feel, and do in this precise instant is sowing the seeds of your tomorrow. For the Stoic, concentration on the present is an act of mental discipline and emotional liberation. It means releasing the weight of the past, forgiving yourself and others, and learning from your experiences without getting stuck in them. It means looking to the future, with a clear intention, but without rigidly clinging to a specific outcome, trusting that the universe will orchestrate the how. When your mind wanders to the past, you might feel the weight of regret or nostalgia, emotions that drain your energy. When it anxiously projects into the future, you are assailed by fear of the unknown or worry about what might go wrong. In both cases, you disconnect from your source of power, which is this very moment. True freedom is not the absence of problems, but the ability to remain centered in presence despite them. This anchoring in the present is not passivity. It is the most fertile state for intentional action. From the now, you can observe with clarity, decide with wisdom, and act with conviction. Great decisions and significant transformations don't happen in a hypothetical future, but in the sum of present moments in which you choose to direct your energy and attention. In this continuous present, your energy is unified, not fragmented by past or future. And a unified energy is a powerful energy. It is the ideal state for conscious manifestation. When you are fully present, you are open to intuition, to the messages from the universe, to the synchronicities that guide you toward your desires. The universe doesn't speak to you in the past or the future. It speaks to you in the language of the present. Open your ears, open your heart, open your mind. Inhabit this moment. It is the only one you have, and it is the only one where your true power resides. Lesson 7. Cultivate gratitude and offer the small things we have traversed the deep waters of these 7 Stoic lessons, not as mere intellectual concepts, but as living keys for your inner transformation. We have remembered that your power lies in discerning what you control, in choosing your perception, in cultivating your character, in accepting the flow of life, in loving your fate, in inhabiting the present, and in feeling profound gratitude for existence itself, and, hand in hand, offer the wonder of existence. Stoicism was not a philosophy of denying emotions, but of mastering them, and one of the most powerful and transformative emotions we can cultivate is gratitude. Think of the difference between a mind that focuses on what is lacking and a mind that focuses on what it has. The first is in a state of lack, scarcity, anxiety. The second is in a state of fullness, abundance, peace. When you practice gratitude, your brain rewires itself. You begin to see more of what you appreciate because your focus has shifted. It's like turning on a flashlight in a dark room. Suddenly, you see details that were previously unnoticed. The warmth of the sun on your skin, gratitude. The taste of your morning coffee, gratitude. The laughter of a loved one, gratitude. The simple act of being able to breathe, immense gratitude. This practice not only makes you feel better, it is a powerful manifestation tool. The frequency of gratitude is one of the highest you can emit. When you are grateful, you are in a state of appreciation, and the universe responds by sending you more to appreciate. It's not about feigning joy, but about finding the beauty and value in what is already present in your life. Imagine that gratitude is a river flowing from your heart into the universe. Every time you feel appreciation for something, you are expanding that river, allowing more abundance and blessings to flow back to you. It's a virtuous cycle. The more you give thanks, the more you receive, and the more reasons you have to give thanks. It is an upward spiral that elevates your vibration and tunes you into the best of life. True wealth is not measured by what you possess, but by what you appreciate. When you pause to feel the immense fortune of the small things, life transforms. Every day becomes a treasure. Every interaction an opportunity. Every challenge a disguise for growth. This abundance mindset is the most potent magnet for everything you wish to manifest. Today and every day, I invite you to find at least 3 things for which to feel genuine gratitude. They don't have to be grand. They can be as simple as the comfort of your bed, the warmth of your drink, the sound of birds. Allow that feeling to expand in your chest. Feel the richness you already possess, and in that state of inner abundance, visualize what you desire with a serene confidence, knowing that the universe is a mirror that reflects back to you what you offer it. Gratitude is not just an emotion. It is a master key that opens the door to unlimited manifestation. We have navigated the deep waters of these 7 Stoic lessons, not as mere intellectual concepts, but as living keys for your inner transformation. We have remembered that your power lies in discerning what you control, in choosing your perception, in cultivating your character, in accepting the flow of life, in loving your fate, in inhabiting the present, and in feeling profound gratitude for existence itself. Breathe deeply. Once more, feel how these truths resonate within your being. It's not about memorizing them, but about integrating them into the fiber of your daily experience. Imagine that each of these lessons is a pillar supporting the temple of your inner peace, a temple where calm is the essence and conscious manifestation is the natural echo of your state. Now, with this feeling of serenity and renewed power, I invite you to visualize your deepest desires, not with a sense of need or lack, but with the calm confidence of one who knows they already have everything they need within them to attract what they yearn for. Close your eyes if you had them open. Imagine, for a moment, the mental clarity you seek. How does your mind feel when it is calm, without the noise of worries? Visualize that feeling of lightness, of sharp focus. Allow that image to form in your mind. If it is love you long for, visualize the deep connection, the compassion, the mutual respect. Feel the warmth of that energy in your heart. Don't imagine a specific person, but the essence of the relationship you wish to manifest. Feel the joy, the security, the fullness. If it is purpose that calls you, visualize the passion that drives you, the contribution you offer to the world, the satisfaction of knowing you are on your path. Feel the energy, the creativity, the spark of inspiration. If it is abundance you seek, don't just imagine money. Imagine the freedom it offers you, the security it provides, the ability to share and to create meaningful experiences. Feel the expansion, the generosity, the trust in the flow of life. Don't force the image. Allow it to rise from a place of calm and certainty. The universe does not respond to desperation, but to resonance. And you, in this state of stoic balance, are resonating with fullness, Whenever you feel overwhelmed, whenever anxiety tries to steal your peace, remember these lessons. Return to your breath, return to your center. Remember that outer mastery begins with inner mastery. You don't need to rush, you don't need to force, you don't need to fight, you just need to be. Be your most authentic, most aligned, most serene self. Because from calm, from mental mastery, from the loving acceptance of life, everything you desire, everything that is meant for you, will manifest with astonishing ease. It's not a trick, it's a universal law. You are a powerful being, a co-creator of your reality. And the peace you cultivate within is the most fertile ground for your fullest and most abundant life to blossom. Thank you for sharing this space with me. May calm be your guide, and may Stoic wisdom illuminate your path. Remember, tranquility is your power, and manifestation is your birthright. Return to this space whenever you need a reminder, whenever you need an anchor in the storm, because wisdom is always here, waiting for you to hear it, to feel it, to live it. You are at peace, you are whole, and everything you desire is already on its way.